Students, good evening all. Today we'll go with the discussion of a problem solving ability by connecting number and visual reasoning questions. Students, is my voice is audible and the screen is visible to you? Students, please respond in the chat box. Yes. So I hope it is clear. So we'll go with the discussion of the questions. Yes, students, if you are facing any difficulty, you can keep your query in the chat box so that I can understand what is your problem. So let's start with the discussion of the workshop, which is based on numbers and visual reasoning pattern. So before we proceed with the number and visual reasoning pattern, let me give you the agenda of today's session. So what is the main agenda of today's session is, in this session, I just want to give you a clear idea. How can we improve our problem solving ability? So before you are solving the questions of anything which is related to aptitude. So basically, what is aptitude and what is the skill required in aptitude? So first we'll once again, okay, fine. So I'll definitely discuss. So some of students, whoever is having any query or anything which you want to discuss, so you can just keep it in chat box so that I can understand what we need to discuss. So yes, we'll go with the number and visual reasoning. And the main agenda of today's session is making you to aware how can we improve our problem solving ability. So before you enter into aptitude, so first, if you look at the basic pattern, so can you tell me what is aptitude? So what is the skill required to solve aptitude? In the last 2 days, we just went with some kind of thing like speed math, and then we went with some of the discussion which is related to the questions which are based on the pattern, number puzzles and all. So what is required in solving aptitude? So you can start giving the response. Some students are saying logical thinking or ability to think. So what is aptitude and why aptitude examination is conducted in all the competitive exams? So we learned so many subjects, or we learned so many things: problem solving skill, logical thinking, logical ability, fast answering. Okay, so we learned so many things, but at the end of the scenario, when you look at your placements, or when you are planning for higher education, or when you are planning for any kind of government sector exam, SSC, CGL, or SBI bank POs, or RRB railway recruitment. So all these are conducting one screening test. That screening test is consisting of aptitude. So what is aptitude basically? So is aptitude, I just wanted to ask you, what is aptitude? I get some aptitude is a collection of formulas. Aptitude is a collection of formulas? So if you think aptitude is a collection of formulas, no. Why? Because if you remember some formulas, so if you think aptitude is a collection of formulas, definitely you are wrong. Why? Because aptitude is not collection of formulas. If you think aptitude is a collection of formulas, you can by heart some formulas and you can crack any kind of aptitude test. Aptitude is not a subject. So aptitude, if you are thinking like aptitude is some collection of formulas, whoever attending the sessions and whoever starters for cracking aptitude, so this session is going to be helpful for them more, and even for the other. So definitely we can say aptitude is not going to be collection of formulas. So don't think that aptitude is all related to collection of formulas. Aptitude is not related to formulas, and aptitude is basically not a mathematical subject. And if you think aptitude is a mathematical subject, that is going to be the wrong. So please don't think that aptitude is a mathematical formulas. So now, if you observe, is aptitude is something we just need to use as a filtration round in selection process to complete or to get enter into the companies, whether it is Tata, TCS or HCL or Wipro or Cognizant or Satyam or Infosys, for any companies. So aptitude is going to be used for the filtration round for the process of something. So definitely for this, what is your answer? Is aptitude something which is used by that? Only for the companies? So only for the companies, aptitude is not going to be that. Even that is not going to be the correct answer. And is aptitude can be directly learned by reading some pages in a book which is written by some authors? So, or can we get aptitude by reading some formulas which are available in the book? Definitely, we can say no. It is not going to be obtained by that. Aptitude, we cannot get it. Yes, and most of you has given these responses. So that's what I was expected from your end. Yes, aptitude is something which is going to test your problem solving ability, and aptitude is something which is going to check your mental ability, and aptitude is something which is going to check your IQ level, so and logical ability to think, logical ability to think. So aptitude is all about your problem solving ability, your logical thinking ability, and your IQ level and your mental ability. And basically, in broad words, aptitude is just one form of a common sense. So aptitude is not related to formulas. Aptitude is not related to use for a selection procedure. It's not something like that. So aptitude is all about your common sense. And aptitude basically it's a natural talent a person need to possess to crack any kind of exam. So aptitude is a natural talent. It is a skill. It is not a subject. So there is a difference between subject and skill. So in subject you can by heart something and you can go for the solvation of the questions or elaborate the essays or something. But in aptitude is a natural talent every student need to have, or to check whether this natural talent or problem solving ability whether the students are having or not, they are going to conduct this aptitude test. Not only the government sector, not only the private sectors, if you are planning for any kind of companies, Infosys, TCS, Accenture, Deloitte. So not only that, even you look at for higher education, whether it is IST, MAT, CAT, or any other kind of GRE, GMAT, all these kind of exams. And even when you are planning for government sector exams, SSC, CGL, or RRB, or UPSC, so all these exams are conducting aptitude. So aptitude is simply an ability of a person to apply his mind to solve some real kind of scenarios. But what is the kind of questions which you are going to see in aptitude especially is you take any question from aptitude. So it is going to check your common sense level by projecting the questions in numbers and variables and diagrams and words. So you have to be familiar with the different kinds of things like numbers and variables and diagrams and words. And in quantitative aptitude especially, if the questions are projected in numbers, we are calling or we are naming that as numbers. If the questions are given in variables, we are as in the form of diagrams, we are calling it as a geometry module. If the questions are given in words, if you look at the questions of modern math, permutation, combination, and probability, all those things are going to have a questions which are given in more sentences, word kind of questions. So aptitude is all about checking your common sense in 4 languages. So you take any question from aptitude, there is only 4 ways to project the question. One is in numbers, the other one is in variables, the other one is diagrams, and the other one is words. They are the 4 ways of projecting any question from aptitude. And the basic skill expected from your end is problem solving ability, visual ability, mental ability, and comprehension skill. That means understanding level and perspection and focus and concentration. So these are the external skills or personality of the skill, the personality of the person they are going to check by conducting the aptitude. So this is what your aptitude is. So the main agenda of today's session is making you to understand. And in the last session also, we went with a similar kind of thing. We went with some puzzles and pseudo kind of things to improve your problem solving ability. So before we are starting with the regular sessions of aptitude, in this workshop, so I just want to discuss the problem solving ability to proceed with the solvation of the questions. So problem solving ability means, so before we are proceeding for that, some basic square numbers which we already kept in the discussion in the last sessions, like square number, very important of today's session. All these numbers are going to play a very important role, whether you are writing government exams or private exams. I will tell you what is the weightage of these basic squares and cubes, what you're going to see in the real exam. So if you look at these are basic squares. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, and 121, 144, 169, 196, 225, 256, 289, 324, 361, 400, 441, 484, 529, 576, and 625. These are the squares which are ranging from 1 to 25. Just remember the squares which are ranging from 1 to 25. 1 to 25. So it would be more helpful in solving the questions. So let's look at some cube numbers. So which we already discussed. We went with the discussion of how to remember those or how to derive the square of a number and cube of a number. So in this, just look at what is one cube. One cube is going to be 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125, 6 cube is 216, 7 cube is 343, 8 cube is 512, 9 cube is 729, 10 cube is 1000, and 11 cube is 1331, 1728, 2197, 2744, 3375. All these are the perfect cubes. And at the same time, the numbers, alphabets, and the respective positions. And if you look at the alphabets and the respective positions, so A is going to be 1, B is going to be 2, C is going to be 3, and all. So to remember this, you can simply remember one simple logic, that is nothing but you can just remember EJOT strategy to remember to go with the alphabet positions. E indicates 5, J indicates 10, O indicates 15, T indicates 20, Y indicates 25. So EJOT is going to be helpful for you to extract the alphabet positions. So you can directly remember what is the alphabet positions. As soon as you see any alphabet, you should be capable of writing that alphabet in the form of a number so that it will be easy for you to proceed with the solvation. So not only that, you just remember a strategy called EJOTY, EJOT. EJOT will be helpful for you to extract the position of the alphabet. For example, what is the position of M? I want to know what is the position of M. So I very well know EJOTY, 5 multiplets, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I want to know what is the position of M, let's assume. So I can say that O is going to be 15. So M and O is 15 means M and O is 15. That means N is going to be 14 and M is going to be 13. So I can say M position is 13. I want to know what is the position of S. T is going to be 20 in EJOTY. So S is going to be 19. So I want to know what is the position of H. So Hij, J is going to be 10, H will be 8, and H will be 8, and I will be 9. So something like that, you can use this trick of EJOT. You can use this trick of EJOT to remember the alphabet positions. All these squares and cubes and alphabets are very important when we are solving the questions of the analogy and odd man out. So today's discussion is based on the analogy and the odd man out questions, and having a very important and very good weightage in a logical reasoning module. So not a logical reasoning module, we can call this as a problem solving ability. Here also, the agenda of this session is basically increasing your problem solving ability. So that is what the agenda of this basic session. So please let's have a glance on the first question which is available on the screen. Instead of going with the discussion of the questions, first look at what is the pattern which is available. Can you please respond? And I'm expecting the response from your end. Dear students, please try to give the response. Yeah, we'll be dealing with all government exams. So we'll be dealing with campus placements, and we'll be dealing with all different kinds of higher education, like it may be CAT, please try to get the response. So response is very important for me so that I can understand whether you are following or not, So please observe what is the answer for the question. Please observe. So we can say the answer choice for the question. You can observe what is the pattern which is followed by these numbers. By observing these numbers, we can definitely say, so B is available here, and first pair, B is given in the mirror image. So K is available here. What is the mirror image of K? I just want to check out. So to find out the mirror image of K, so just look at this is going to look like this line will be as it is. Leftmost will become rightmost, and rightmost will become leftmost, and this K will be looking like this, which is the exact option which is similar to that. That is going to be option D. So what we need to understand what is analogy is. Analogy questions we can expect in numbers better than diagrams and diagrams. Why? Because diagrams are very easy for us because it's kind of game. So mental ability is kind of game where you can use your brain in solving the questions, where you can use your common sense in solving the questions. So basically how analogy questions are given is, so analogy questions are given in such a way that you're going to see two pairs. The first pair we can call it as a reference pair. First pair we can call it as a reference pair, and the second pair is called it as an unknown pair. So use the reference pair. Use the reference pair. Any question like this. Let's assume that I'm taking a very simple number as like this: 3 and 16. 4 will be what? So just observe what is the logic which is available in the reference pair. So always what we need to do is the complete pair, reference pair, understand what is the logic which is available in the reference pair and apply the same logic, understand what is the logic behind this. Apply the same logic in order to find out the unknown pair. That is what you have to do in this. So if you observe the question 316. So what is 16 basically? Can I write it as 4 square? So what is the logic here? Logic is going to be the value of n becomes n plus 1 whole square. The value of n will become n plus 1 whole square. Then 4 becomes what is the question? 4 become 4 plus 1, that is going to be 5 square, and that should be your answer choice. So we can say our answer choice should be 25. Our answer choice will be 25. So look at one more pattern here. So what we need to do, so sometimes student will think like this is the wrong way of thinking. 3 becomes 4, then 16 will become 16 plus 1, that is 17. That's a wrong way of thinking. How we need to arrive your answer. Apply the same logic in order to arrive your answer. Let's look at some more diagrams, and I can say answer is going to be option D. Please observe the second question which is available on the screen. 16 is 4 square. So by looking at the option, we can decide whether it is a square or not. By looking at the option, we can decide whether it is a square or not. What is the answer for the next question which is available on the screen? Yes, nice response. So just think and just keep your sense here. You can able to answer the question, and as soon as you are able to answer the question, please try to give the response. So feel like a game. It's just kind of game. So all this is only to improve your ability to think, so that we can connect with the regular sessions and higher level sessions where we can solve aptitude questions of the highest level. So the ability to think, to get tuned with aptitude and reasoning, we started with this. So you can observe the first pair A is given, and the mirror image of the water image of A is there. So A is in the reverse approach. So something need to be in this. So we have to take the reverse approach of this. If you look at that in the reverse, how it is going to look like. So it is going to look like M, and you can observe what is the correct pattern of that. So the correct pattern of that, if you look at this in the mirror, it is going to look like this. It is going to look like this. So which of the option choice? So you can look at this in the mirror. So if you look at this part, it will be reverse. It will be reverse means it will be like this. And what about these lines? These lines are going to look like this. Which is a correct option which is matching with that? That is going to be option D. You can mark your answer choice as option D. Look at the next question which is available on the screen. Again, the question which is given in diagrams. So just to improve our ability to think, all of you just follow the questions and try to give the response. The response is very important so that you can get tuned to aptitude. We can go with the higher level questions as soon as you get tuned with us in this workshop. Option C, some students are giving the response as option C. Yes, so how can we find out the answer? You can just observe this is going to be K and P, M, N, O, something like this is given. So, and this is the first pair. What is the logic in the first pair? This central object M becomes to this. What is the central object here? 5. That need to be in this corner. So that means this corner need to be 5. This corner need to be 5. And let me, because no option is there with 5, you can directly mark your answer choice as option C. You can directly mark your answer choice as option C as per the options which are projected here. So, or otherwise, if you want, if you have one more option like this. So K is the first place. K is the first place. This K is in the middle place now. So first place is 4. 4 need to become in the middle. So only one option which is matching with option C, you can mark it as an answer. Let's have a glance on the next question which is available on the screen. Let's have a glance on the next question which is available on the screen. So this is a first pair. Observe what is the logic in the first pair. Apply the same logic in order to get the answer choice in the second pair. In order to get the answer choice in the second pair. What is the response of the students? Please observe the please observe. So we can say the answer choice is, what is the answer choice here? What is the answer choice? So many students are giving the response. Some students are saying D or E, and I'm getting a lot of responses and different responses for this question. So there is a circle. Circle is become dark here. Circle become dark here. So this is going to be the white dark image. So it need to be opposite. It should be white. So that means option E is definitely eliminated. Eliminated. So you can observe this figure is a white one. This become dark. So the dark, the empty figure, white figures becomes dark. So that's one thing which is happening here. That means this dark figures need to become white. So half circle and a square. Where half circle and square are in white shape, just observe. This is not. Why? Because this is one is dark, one is white. This is not. One is dark, one is white. So this is not. One is dark. This is yes. This may be a possible answer, and this may be a possible answer. Just by looking at the given options. So what is the exact answer to fix the exact answer choice here? So to fix the exact answer choice, you can just observe this diagonal elements becomes side by side. That means answer should be option C. So this diagonal elements become side by side. These diagonal elements need to be side by side. Answer must be option D. You can mark it as answer choice. Let's have a glance on the next question which is available on the screen. Can you please tell me what is the answer choice for the question? What is the answer choice for the question? So there is a first pair given, and use the same logic in order to find out the second pair. One more question on diagram. So same diagram is there. So your diagram need to be same. All the options are given same. So you have to look at what is the possible answer choice now. So you can observe these are the symbols. Some symbols are given. They are given outside. But if you look at in the first figure, this is exactly become diagonal. So opposite. And this figure gone to this side. This figure gone to this side. So this is what the logic which is happening here. The outside figure came to inside and came to opposite. That means the triangle should come here. Which of the options are having triangle as this side? This is two options are having, and this at the right symbol should come here and it should be inside. So at the right symbol should come here and it should be inside. Option E is not possible answer. Answer must be option A. So what is the skill required for solving this? The skill required in solving all these questions is, we can say our answer choice is going to be option A. Only the skill required for solving this question is arithmetic, basic observation skill. That is, we call it as mental ability. Mental ability. So one analogy questions we have seen in diagrams. So thanks for the response and hope you understand. We'll move forward with the some of the questions of analogy which are given in words. Please have a glance on the question. Can you tell me what is the answer choice for the question? Cardiology, heart, botany, dash. Cardiology is heart, botany is dash. Is the screen is visible, all of you? No. Now is the screen is visible, dear students? Some students are giving the response. Some students are giving the response. Yes. Cardiology, heart, botany, dash. So how can we proceed with the answer choice? It's very simple. We can say cardiology is a study of heart. Botany is a study of what? Botany is a study of plants. We can say our answer choice is option A. Answer choice is option A. Let's have a glance on the next question. Basic questions just to improve your ability to think and make you to solve. Every student, whoever watching this video, viewing this video, need to be able to solve. They should get a confidence that they are able to solve. That's the idea of the workshop. What is the answer for the question? What is the answer for the question which is available? So ammeter is current and barometer. So first understand what is the logic in the first page. So ammeter is a device which is used to measure the current. Barometer is a device which is used to measure what? Is it heat? No. Voltage? No. So we can say barometer is a device which is used to measure the atmospheric pressure. Measure the atmospheric pressure. What is the answer for the next question which is available on the screen? What is the answer for bread, bakery, milk, dash? Bread, bakery, milk, dash. Nice, good responses from the students. Bread, bakery, milk, dash. So we can definitely say bread we can find in bakery, bread we can find in bakery, milk we can find in dairy, milk we can find in dairy. So bread we can find in bakery, milk we can find in dairy. We can mark the answer choice as B. So one more question. What is the answer for the next question which is available on the screen? Try to give the response. Yes, nice, good responses from the students. Try to give the response. Calorie, heat, bar is dash. Calorie, heat, bar is dash. Nice responses from the students. So we can say calorie is a unit of heat. Calorie is a unit of heat. Bar is a unit of what? Bar is a unit of pressure. We can say our answer choice is option C. Our answer choice is option C. Let's have a glance on the next question. Pen is used to write. Needle is used to do what? Needle is used to sew. Answer must be option D. Answer must be option D. Let's have a glance on the next question. Clock, time, thermometer, dash. Clock, time, thermometer, dash. What is the answer? We can say clock is used to show the time. Clock is used to show the time. Thermometer is a device which is used to show the temperature. Which is used to show the temperature. Answer must be option D. Let's have a glance on one more word problem. So this all requires a basic knowledge, which subject knowledge is required in solving this. So what is the answer for this? Flower, bud, plant, dash. What's the answer? Flower, bud. So we can say flower is going to be the second stage, bud is going to be the previous stage. So we can say flower, bud, and plant is dash. So we can say plant is going to be Before stage than plant is going to be seed. Bud next stage is flower. Seed next stage is going to be plant. So answer must be seed. What is the answer for this? Basic general knowledge question. Rupee India N is dash. Rupee is India N is dash. Yes, nice, good response from the students. Rupee is indicating. Rupee is indicating. Rupee is a currency in India. N is a currency in Japan. N is a currency in Japan. Your answer choice must be option B. So that's how the word problems are given. Let's have a glance on the questions which are given on numbers. So please observe, and we already discussed so many patterns of numbers, square numbers, cube numbers, and speed math techniques in the last sessions. So just have a glance, and try to answer the question. So first, what is the thing which we need to do? Understand the logic by looking at the first pair. So understand what is the first pair we are able to see. 25 become 216. 25 become 216. Then 64 becomes what is a question. 64 becomes what is a question. What is 25? Can I write 25 as going to be pi square? Pi square. What is 216? 216 is going to be 6 cube. 216 6 cube. So 5 square becomes 6 cube. That means what is the logic in the pair? Logic is nothing but n square becomes n plus 1 whole cube. N square becomes n plus 1 whole cube. So we are able to see this number as 64. What is 64? 64 is going to be 8 square. Then 8 square will become what? 8 square will become 9 cube. What is 9 cube value? 9 into 9 into 9. So 9 into 9 is going to be ends with 1. 1 into 9 will ends with 1. Answer will definitely ends with 1. Only one option is there. You can mark the answer as 729. Or otherwise, we very well know that 9 cube is 729. Mark your answer choice as option A. Have a glance on the next question which is available on the screen. Have a glance on the next question which is available on the screen. 216, 36, 1331 is dash. 216 is 36, 1331 is dash. You can observe. What is the logic? Just observe what is the logic. 216 is a number. 216 is a number. Become 36. Then 1331 becomes what? 1331 becomes what? What is 216? Can I say 216 is going to be 6 cube? 6 cube becomes 6 square because 36 is 6 square. That means what is the logic here? Logic is going to be n cube becomes n square. N cube becomes n square. So what is the answer choice for the question? We can definitely say the answer choice for the question. You can just observe the logic here is n cube becomes n square. So 1331 is what? 1331 is going to be 11 cube. 11 cube becomes 11 square. 11 square is nothing but 121, which is available as option A. You can mark it as answer choice. Which is available as option A. You can mark it as answer choice. Let's have a glance on the next question, which is available on the screen. Or otherwise, you can also look at this is ending with 6, ending with 6. This is ending with 1. Answer must be ending with 1. Eliminate all. Mark the answer as this. Look at the next question, which is available on the screen. Look at the next question which is available on the screen. What is the answer? 625 becomes 526. Then 225 becomes what? 225 becomes what? Yes, some of the students are giving the response. Nice. So what is the logic? 625. 625 is a familiar number. We can say 25 square. But 526 is not a familiar number. That means I understood that this question is not related to squares. Its question might be little different. Let's understand what is the logic here. So by observing this, we can say 625 becomes 526. What is happening? 625 becomes 526. 625 becomes 526 means what is the meaning of this? These numbers, digits are reversed. Digits are reversed. That's a logic here. So what is happening? So 225 becomes what? So 225 digits need to be reversed. If you reverse 225 digits, that is going to be 522, which is available as option C. You can mark it as answer choice. Which is available as option C. You can mark it as answer choice. Let's have a glance on the next question, which is available on the screen. What is the answer for the question? All of you try to give the response. Nice. What is the answer for the question? Answer for the question is going to be yes, yes, good response from the students. So 4 becomes 0.25. So what is the logic I am trying to observe here? 4, this is a standard pair. Always look at the reference pair. Understand the logic, then you can proceed with your answer choice. So 4 becomes 0.25. That means what is happening here? 4 becomes 1 by 4. What is 1 by 4? 1 by 4 is nothing but 25 percentage, or otherwise, if you want to take it in decimal, we can write it as 0.25. Then 5 becomes what? Then 5 becomes, that means what is the logic? They are just taking the reciprocal. The logic here is they're just taking the reciprocal and replacing reciprocal and representing that in the form of a decimal. Then 5 becomes what? So 5 becomes 1 by 5. What is 1 by 5? 1 by 5 is nothing but 20 percentage. We can also represent this as 0.2, which is available as option C. You can mark it as answer choice. Answer must be 0.2. Look at the next question, which is available on the screen. What is the answer for the next question, which is available on the screen? 381 7 dash. 381 7 dash. 381 7 dash. This is a question. So first understand what is a logic in it. Logic in it. What is 81? 81 is a familiar number. That's a perfect square. How can we write 81? Can I write 9 square? And what is 9? 9 is nothing but 3 square. So this 3 becomes 3 raised to the power of 4. Then 7 becomes what? That means what is the logic here? N becomes n power 4. N becomes n power 4. So the same logic we have to apply here. 7 will become 7 power 4. What is 7 power 4? We can say 7 into 7 will ends with 9. 7 into 7 will ends with 9. 9 into 9 will ends with 1. 7 power 4 is a number which will definitely ends with the last digit as 1. You can look at which of the options are ending with 1. Only one, mark it as answer. Or otherwise, we very well know 7 will become 7 square whole square. That is nothing but 49 square. We already discussed how to find out the square of a number. 4 square is 60. 2ab is going to be 36 into 2, 72. 9 square is 81. Take a last digit, that is 1. This is 80. Take 0. Send 8 as carry. It is going to be 2401. Available as option A. Mark it as answer. Look at the next question, which is available on the screen. Look at the next question, which is available on the screen. All of you, please have a glance on the next question, which is available on the screen. 2, 16, 5 will be what? 2, 16, 5 will be what? Just observe. 2 is 16. So first understand what is the logic here. Dear students, you are able to see the screen now. I guess it is a technical issue in the previous from my end that there's some network problem. I hope it is clear for all of you now. Please try to give the response so that I can proceed. Is screen is visible for all of you? Okay, fine. Now it is visible for all the students. I hope it is clear. So let's look at what is the answer for the question now. So 2, 16 and 5 is what? 2, 16, 5 is what? So what is the logic here? 2, 16. I'm trying to understand the logic here. What is 16? Can I write it as 4 square? So I thought 2 raised to 4 is nothing but 2 square. So I thought that 2 raised to the power of 4 is the answer. But look at 5. 5 raised to the power of 4. That is 25 square. It is 625. By looking at the options, that is not available. Then you have to look for the other logic. So what is the other logic? 2 plus 2. That is 4. 4 square, they have taken it as 16. Then 5 becomes what? 5 will become 5 plus 2, that is going to be 7. 7 square is going to be 49, which is available as option D. You can mark it as the answer choice. Which is available as option D. You can mark it as the answer choice. So that's what numbers questions are given. That's what number questions are given. Let's have a glance on some variable questions which are based on the, and these are the questions which are given in the previous papers also. Please have a glance on the questions. Please have a glance on the questions. So just to connect with the previous questions, I have discussed the easy patterns of diagrams and words, and then we moved with the numbers, and then we are moving with the, variables, all the different kinds of patterns what we can expect in aptitude. So what is the answer for the question which is available? So first understand there is a word B, H, K. This is not a word, this is not a meaningful word. That means you should understand these are connected with the alphabets. That means these are connected with the variables. So what is the logic in it? I'm just understanding. So whenever you are trying to solve the variable based question, only the thing is try to solve the question. Try to solve the question by taking the alphabet positions. By taking the alphabet positions. So what is B position? Can I say B is going to be the second alphabet? What is the position of B? B is going to be 2. So I'm trying to observe what is the alphabet positions of all this. So B and H and K and D and P and B. So and L and P and G is given. So what is the required quantity? I'm trying to check out. So if you observe, B is going to be the second alphabet. So what is H? H will be standing at 8. What is K? K is going to be 11th alphabet. You can remember EJOT logic. Again, I'm telling EJOT logic. It would be helpful for you, easy for you to extract what is the alphabet position easily. So these are the alphabet positions. So what is D? D is going to be 4. P is 16. What is B? B is 22. So observe this reference pair, and understand what is the logic in the reference pair. So you can observe 2 becomes 4, 8 becomes 16, 11 becomes 22. That means, can I say each and every alphabet, is become double. Each alphabet position is going to be double. So that is what happening here. Each alphabet is double. The same thing should happen for finding your answer. So what is L? 12 becomes what? 24. And what is 24th alphabet? It is going to be X. Can I eliminate option B? Yes. So what is the alphabet P? P is 16. What is the alphabet G? G is 7. So 16 becomes 32 and 7 becomes 14. What is 14th alphabet? We can easily say 14th alphabet is going to be N. Only one option which is ending with N. You can mark it as the answer. And what about this 32? Just look at this 32. How can we write 32? 32 can I write it as 26 plus 6. What is the sixth alphabet? Sixth alphabet is X, F. So you can say your answer choice is going to be X, F, N. So why we are taking this as X, F, N? Because 32 is going to be 26 plus 6. Sixth alphabet is going to be F after completing one cycle of this. So what is the answer for the next question which is available on the screen? What is the answer for the next question which is available on the screen? X, F, N, nice, good response. What is the answer for the next question? So you can observe the numbers and letters both are given here. So if you start 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3, 4, 4, 5. 6, 7 will become what? 6, 7. Can I say 6, 7, 8? Which of the options are 7, 8? Option A, B, C. I can definitely eliminate option D from the scenario. So now just understand what is the logic behind the alphabet which you are getting here. The alphabet which you are getting here. So that we can proceed with the same logic in order to find out the required quantity which is available there. So now if you observe, so we are able to see an alphabet as L. So what is the logic here? What is 3 into 4? What is 3 into 4? 3 into 4 is giving a result as 12. What is 12th alphabet? 12th alphabet is going to be L. So what is the logic here? 4 into 5. What is 4 into 5? 20. What is 28th alphabet? That is going to be T. Similarly, we are able to see 6 into 7 is going to be 42. 42 can be written as 26 plus 16. 16th alphabet is going to be P. What is 7 into 8? 7 into 8 is giving 56. How can we write 56? 56 we can write it as 26 plus 26 plus 4. 26 plus 26 plus 4. So what is 26 plus 26 plus 4? Fourth alphabet is going to be D. Answer must be option C. Answer must be option C. And just understand what is the logic in it. Let's have a glance on the next question. Recent question which is given in the Wipro paper. Look at the question which is available here. Question which is given recently in the Wipro paper from the analogy. Understand what is the logic here. Tell me. So A17R, D12P. So you can look at numbers and you can look at variables so that we can proceed with the answer choice quickly. So we are able to see G7, N and question mark. Yes, what is the response from the students? Yes, they're saying the answer choice is this. Okay. So how can we arrive the answer choice? It's very easy. You can just observe what are the numbers which are available if you observe only numbers here. So this is 17, this is 12, and this is 7. What should be this? You can observe 17 to 12. Is there any decrement? Yes, it is decreased by 5. And 7 is need to be. So what is the decrease should be? Decrease should be 5. That means what should be this number? Number should be 2. Number should be 2 means can I eliminate option B and option D from the scenario? And now please observe. How we are getting this number? This is 18 minus 1. This is 16 minus 4. This is 14 minus 7. That is what the logic. And what is happening here? What is the increase here? You can observe 1 become 4. What is the increase? Increase is 3. 7 if you increase by 3. 7 plus 3 is going to be 10. 10 is nothing but J. We can say answer choice must be option C. You can eliminate option A. Go with the elimination procedure. You can feel very comfortable to mark the answer. Look at the next question which is available on the screen. Look at the next question which is available on the screen. Last question from the variable pattern. So 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6 and dash. So you can observe easily by observing this pattern. 3, 3, 4, 4. 6, 6 will become what? 7, 7. But because of that, we cannot eliminate single option. Let's understand what is the logic behind the variables which are available. What is the position of G? That is 7. What is the position of R? R will be 18. 7 become 18. What is the increase? Can I say increase is going to be 11? So what is this N? N is going to be 14. 14 need to be increased by 11. It should be 25. 25th alphabet is going to be Y. That means middle alphabet should be Y, which is available as B. You can mark it as answer. Which is available as B. You can mark it as answer. One more question based on the variables. Previous question, which is given in the previous paper. So let's understand what is the logic in it. So film, F-I-L-M is taken as A-D-G-H. So these are alphabets. Let me take it. What is F? 6. What is A? It is 1. So that means 1 is increased by 5. What is H position basically? H is 8th alphabet. 8 is also need to be increased by 5. What is 8 plus 5? 13th alphabet, it is going to be N. M. So answer must be starts with M. Let's look at what is the next alphabet. This is 4. And what is I? I is going to be 9. This also increased by 5. What is D position? D position is 4. So D need to be increased by 5. That means it will become 9. That means it should have an alphabet as I. Answer must be option 2. Eliminate option A. So that's how you can see the questions which are based on variables. So and similarly, the questions which are related to odd man out. So very simple pattern of odd man out. In odd man out, you are going to see again the numbers on questions on numbers and the letters and diagrams. So again, the agenda of this odd man out questions is making you to improve the problem solving ability, how to look into the question. That's what's the main agenda. Can you tell me what is the answer choice or what is the odd man of the following options? Please look at the diagrams. I have given the diagrams. I'm starting with the diagrams only to make sure that you are feeling very comfortable. To make you to feel comfortable, I'm going with the diagrams. Just pick Odd man is nothing but, what is odd man? Odd man is nothing but the element which is different from all, just pick that element. Odd man is nothing but just pick the different element. Just pick the different element. What is the different element here? Observe the diagrams. Observe the 5 diagrams. What is the different diagram? You can look at, this is like this. This is like this. Let me go with the solvation of the question like this. You can just observe. So this is a vertex opposite to the vertex like this. This is a vertex opposite to the vertex like this. This is a vertex opposite to the vertex like this. This is a vertex. This is directly towards the vertex. This is a vertex. This is opposite. All these are opposite to the vertex. All these are opposite to the vertex. But option D is in towards the vertex. That means definitely we can say option D is going to be odd man. That is going to be the culprit. It is showing a different property from the others. Look at the next one which is available on the screen. What is a odd man here? Directly by looking at the question, you can able to mark the answer. What is the answer? You can observe each and every question is having arrows. Arrows. 2 arrows are given. 2 arrows are given. But if you look at this, this is given and this is given. There is a line and this arrow is having 2 sides and remaining all are having 1 line and one arrow mark. So we can say answer must be option A. We have to pick the different element from the given option. That is what you have to do here. Look at the next question which is available on the screen. Look at the diagram. Tell me what can be the possible answer. So as soon as I see this, I can observe this is going to be like this, and this is like this. So we can say these all are facing outside. This is facing inside towards like this. And you can observe this are facing inside. This is facing outside. These all are facing inside. Just keep it aside. This all are facing outside. One is facing inside. This all are facing inside. One facing outside. But option C, all are facing inside. We can mark it as answer. Let's have a glance on the next question which is available on the screen. What is the odd man out of the following? Just look at the diagram carefully. What is the answer? This line is like this. One is gap. This line is like this. The other one is like this. This line is like this. One gap. One gap. This line is like this. And this line and this line. So this line, this line, this line. So look at what is a possible answer choice here. So by looking at this, I understood one point. So there is some gap, but if you look at this line and this line and this line in sequence consecutively, all are showing some arrow mark, but not others. That's the reason answer must be option B. So that's a diagram based questions. So let's have a glance on the next question which is available on the screen. What is the odd man out of the following? Just observe the words which are given. July, August, September, and October. What is the odd man out of the following? So there is a word. Please remember this word AJSN. AJSN. So what is AJSN? A indicates April, J indicates June, S indicates September, N indicates November. All these are the months. You are going to have 30 days in this month. Remaining all will have a 31 days. Remaining all will have 31 days, except February. So this point I'm just keeping in mind, except February. Very much helpful when you are solving calendar questions. So please observe this is July, August, September, October. What is our odd man out is a question. So by observing this, what is September? September is a month which is having 30 days. July will have 31 days. August will have 31 days. October will have 31 days. So what is our answer choice? Answer must be option C. Let's have a glance on the next question which is available on the screen. Find the odd man out of the following. Mercury, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn. So what is the odd man out? You can say Moon is going to be the odd man out. Moon is going to be the odd man out. Look at the next question which is available. What is the odd man out of the following? Very basic words. Eye, tongue, ear, nose. What is the odd man out here? So all the things, eyes and ear and nose we can touch and we can see them externally in a human body, but tongue will be inside. All these objects are going to be external objects in a human body, but tongue is going to be an internal object which is there in the human body. Your answer must be option B. Look at what is the answer for this question. So question is given as SOAR and something like this. Options are given. Just observe. By having a glance on the options, I realized that these options are not as sensible options. It's not a meaningful words. So let's look at them as a meaningful words. Then you can able to answer the question. You can able to answer the question. What is SOAR? If you rearrange the alphabets, we can say this is going to be rose. If you rearrange the alphabets, we can say it is going to be lotus. If you rearrange the alphabets, we can say it is going to be orange. If you rearrange the alphabets, we can say it is going to be jasmine. So what is the odd man out here? Rose, lotus, jasmine or flowers. Orange is going to be fruit. The odd man out of the question is going to be orange. Mark it as option C. Mark it as option C. Have a glance on some of the numbers which are based on this. Just observe the question. Observe the question. 17, 27, 37, 47. What is the odd man out? Problem solving ability. Problem solving ability. So just observe. 17 is a prime number, 37 is a prime number, 47 is a prime number, but 27 is not a prime number. This is going to be a perfect cube, remaining all are prime numbers, So we can say our answer choice is going to be option B. Remaining all are prime numbers, answer must be option B. Have a glance on the next question. What is the odd man out here? So we are able to see 441, 289, 361, 343. What is the odd man out here? 441, we can say this is going to be 21 square. And what is 289? Very familiar number, 17 square. What is 361? This is going to be 19 square. What is 343? It is going to be 7 cube. All these are perfect squares. But 7 cube is a perfect cube. We can mark odd man as going to be option D. Have a glance on the next question. What is odd man out the following? And the previous SSC CGL question of 2019 paper. So 221, 143, 63, 35. What is the odd man out of the following? So by observing this, 143, 63, 35, just little increase one number to all this. This is 143. I'm just increasing one. And all these numbers, if you increase one, you can understand the pattern. 144, we can write it as 12 square. This is going to be 8 square. This is going to be 6 square. So what are these numbers? 12 square minus 1, 8 square minus 1, 6 square minus 1. All these are directly given. But what is 222? We cannot write it as any perfect square minus 1. This is not in the pattern of that. Mark the answer as option A. So that is how you can see the numbers. And similarly, you can also see the questions in variables. Variables is nothing but some alphabets are given. A, Z, first alphabet and first from last. Second from starting, second from last. Third from starting, third from last. D is fourth from starting, but M is not fourth from starting. M is going to be 14th from the starting. So culprit here is option D. Mark it as answer. I glance on the next question. What is the odd man out of the following? So you can, for solving this, remember EJOT logic. So understand the importance of the basic prerequisite which I have mentioned in the starting of the session. So what is E? E is going to be 5. What is J? J is going to be 10. What is O? O is going to be 15. T is 20. Y is 25. Let's look at what is the position of W. So W is nothing but we can say W is going to be 23rd alphabet. We can take like this. What is Q? 17th alphabet. M is 13th alphabet. R is 18th alphabet. They're given it as 19. Odd man out is going to be option D. Look at the next one. So E, G. And we have some number here which is available. We can just observe what is the logic behind the number. Can you tell me what is the position of E? E is going to be 5th alphabet. E is going to be 7th alphabet. 5 plus 7 is going to be 12. So they're taken in the middle. So H is 8th alphabet. I is 9th alphabet. 9 plus is going to be 17. What is A? 1. What is C? 3rd alphabet. What is the answer choice? It is going to be 4. But they're given it as 5. Keep it in mind. What is O? 15. What is B? 2. What is the value? 17. But they're given like this. So what is the answer choice? Answer must be option C because that's not matching with 4. That's not matching with 4. Look at one more question which is available on the screen. ZW, which of the following is odd man out? Odd man out. ZW. What is Z? 26. What is W? 23. So what is T? 20. What is Q? 17. What is S? S is 19. What is P? 16. What is N? N is 14. What is L? L is 12. We just observe the difference between elements to mark the odd man out of the following. If you observe the difference is 3, The difference is 3. The difference is 3. But if you observe, the difference here is going to be 2. That means odd man out is going to be option D. You can mark it as answer choice. So that is how we can see the agenda of the session is going to be problem solving. That's how we can see the questions based on odd man out and analogy. So the agenda of the session is going to be increase your problem solving ability to start solving the question. That is what the agenda of the session. Thank you so much. See you in the next session.